got to get prepared. Okay, a busy few travel days ahead. How will the weather play a part there?
Well, let's check in with Cedric Haynes in for Alana tonight. Cedric, you saw a coyote just a few minutes ago there at the base of Big Cottonwood Canyon. What's the status on that now?
You know, I keep an eye out. Looks like he's hanging out down a little farther down the street there. Hopefully he's hanging out with his friends there. I think they're just frolicking through the snow and enjoying the fresh snow powder that I hear like everybody else heading up the Canton Road here. But the good news is the heavy snow has come to an end, at least here, and we're not dealing with any major issues with the roadways. In fact, they're just wet. But I would be careful later on tonight because as the temperatures continue to drop, obviously the wet roadways will likely turn to some patches of ice. And the same thing for your neighborhood sidewalks and steps as well. So just be careful if you're out and about late tonight or early tomorrow morning. Otherwise, let's take a look here, a review here from, this was from Deer Valley earlier today. You can see the snow stick here indicating over a foot of snow. Yeah, Deer Valley was one of the big winners from this storm and over part of the central and southern parts of the Wasatch back as well. But the good news is, again, as you take a look at the radar, most of that activity has come to an end now. It's pushing down towards the south, I should say. So central and southern sections now getting hit a little bit harder with some of that snowfall as it makes its way on through. As we zoom in a little farther across the north, you'll be able to see again, for the most part, we're doing okay. We do have some flurries and snow showers up in the Cache Valley. Some of that may try to drift down across the Wasatch Front later tonight. Also, we could see some lake effect later tonight. More on that in just a second. But as we take a look at the portions of the radar picture with the zoomed out map here, you'll be able to see that cold front continues to work its way south. And as it does so, it's bringing in the cold air, but it's also shutting down the widespread heavy precipitation as it makes its way on off towards the south. So as we take a look at your futurecast, you'll be able to see that precipitation across central and southern sections will continue to work its way to the south as we go throughout later tonight. But what you will notice here as we get towards early tomorrow morning, probably before most of us wake up, we could see some lake effect snow showers developing off of the lake and pushing across the Wasatch Front, the Wasatch back. Not expecting much in the way of accumulation with that, but again, there could be some snow showers showing up with that activity. Otherwise, we'll clear out for the rest of your Wednesday afternoon, and traveling, if you can wait till past 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, should be fantastic across the Beehive State as things get much better throughout the day as we dry out. It'll be on the chilly side, but not too bad in terms of the afternoon hours while you're traveling. And then as we go into Thanksgiving Day, it's looking pretty quiet there as high pressure continues to build on into the area. So as we look at your Thanksgiving Day outlook here again, as we go throughout your Wednesday, any precipitation will come to an end early in the morning. The second half of Wednesday will be nice and dry and should be pretty good. Thursday is looking dry and cold across the north and chilly across the south with temperatures well below normal. And then as we get to your Friday, if you're waiting in line for some of those shopping deals, the weather's looking to cooperate. Yes, it will be on the chilly to cold side, but overall should be on the dry side. Let me show you the 7-day forecast. We'll start with St. George, and you'll be able to see, again, after the activity ends early tomorrow morning, we're looking at improving conditions for the rest of the week heading into the weekend. So if you're traveling back from anywhere, looking pretty good here across the western half of the country. All the active weather will move towards the eastern half of the country for the weekend. And for the Wasatch Front, you can see again, we'll have a few morning snow showers, especially before 9 a.m. And then that will quickly shut off by lunchtime. And by the afternoon hours, it's looking mainly dry. It's going to be chilly with highs only in the 30s. But hey, we can get used to that, especially when it's dry out there. It's not too bad across the area because we can enjoy the dry weather. So, of course, as we come back out here again, as we're looking here at the bottom of the canyon, things are not too bad out here. We are watching a little bit of fog and haze from time to time build in. Kind of moves in, moves out, moves back in. So visibility could go up and down if you're going to be driving through here late tonight just because of some of the fog out there. But as far as any falling snow or any heavy rain, that has improved drastically and should continue to do so as we move closer to your Thanksgiving Day. Of course, we'll keep you updated with your forecast throughout the rest of this week. Check in with meteorologist Nate Larson tomorrow morning. He'll have an update on your forecast and your travel day and your Thanksgiving Day outlook. For now, we'll send it back in to you guys.
Okay, I love his description of fog there. Moves in, moves out, moves back in. Hey, give us some excitement from Utah Hockey Club tonight.